CAG, though, still the firm favorites. KINOTROPE are on the defense. In fact, no, quite quickly work their way through map control.
Ooh,
wow, that's
lovely
nice.
Play from Zaka.
That is
headshot
so
onto.
nice. It's awkward for CAG being a player down, but they're not in the worst position. Isolation, the name of the game for Sharif, but he loses that duel. Cully immediately to go for the plant, and the cover does not land. Somehow he gets the plant down, but 1v4 will quickly be dismissed. Good work from KINOTROPE. And CAG, a couple of mistakes early in that initial round.
Yeah, I mean, considering they got the opening pick, got the blue stairs under the...
Onto Sharif, but he's clued in. Plays it pretty conservatively, and he'll survive. Oh, and in fact, nets the kill. So he aggresses at the right moment, finds a good opportunity. DD as well, elsewhere. Taps in for CAG, who now go for the plant.
Obviously got the plant down in the opening round as well, but weren't able to follow it up in the post plant. This should be a different story altogether. And maybe a good reason why this is a site that doesn't really see a whole lot of play in contrast to the other sites on this map. And the thing is, you don't need to play archives on Bang. I think really, when you kind of think about the sites that do get played, I don't know really what you're thinking is that you're replacing is going to make this better. So... yeah, look, they went for something, and you know what? I'll stand by it. I think it's good that they've tried something and want to bring that sort of ace up the sleeve mentality. But boy, has it not worked in this round. Yeah, there's been zero opportunity for either of these two teams to really get their feet set, build momentum. That's a lovely kill from Gator. Shuts down Sharif, who's been arguably a little bit back and forth. Both teams have had good moments. Gator can just drop. Big kill from Zaka though onto Gatorada. Of course, Zaka is Cully. But I like the name Zaka. And he does go down though to Kawau. 2-player advantage for KINOTROPE.
It's not over just yet. And it's a good pack a punch on the blitz, but he is pretty limited on HP. Should be a pretty straightforward shutdown. There's Maestro info up as well in towards the site. So even a 2v2 is going to be a challenge for CAG.
KIA gets the kill onto DD Man, leaves it all down to Anaton. He hits the headshot though onto Eclair. KIA gets flashed and Anaton goes nuts. Winds back the claw.
And even at the end, it was still a 2 versus 1, but he just put himself in here on Bank. And again, we know at their best and at their most dangerous, they are probably the best in the region.
Yeah, wonderful. And even with 30 seconds on the clock, it's a 5v3. They know they still have the time and the numbers to clear out a deadly position such as Gator. Love that from CAG. Gatorada does find a Nitro from down below in Archives as Eclair is getting pressured up above. He's low on health, needs the help from Gatorada. They do get the kill onto Jibitsu. Plant will go down. As we know on this side, can be difficult to retake, but it's not at the window position. So into the post plant, Anaton will be able to bring that shield up with the Blackbeard. Eclair has to hit the headshot long range here with the UMP, and he does onto Sharif. 30 seconds, Eclair will make his vault in. Gatorada needs to follow suit. Can they get the pinch? DD able to win his battle up close and leaves Gatorada by himself now. Little time remaining. They've got the pinch over towards long desk as CAG.
Flicking cams, they didn't have a very good read as to what CAG were doing. The attack was patient. This could be a potential catch over towards Garage, and it is converted, so it's okay. But CAG is still in a commanding position.
Okay, Zaka. Do have a Nitrosol with Gatorada, but he's over towards Janitor and will collect the kill onto Jibitsu. They should have been aware of the fact that he was still top floor. They had the information from the Deimos. Didyman does get the trade, and it means no Nitrosol for the plant denial. There is an impact available for Caillou. Maestro cams as well, and he will be able to deny the tin can opener. That is a big success here for the duo of KINOTROPE, and may just force CAG through the doorway. They do have the ROUs up from the Sens.
Anaton
Plant will go down.
Flood deep. And you're right, plant down. Anaton gets crunched though, and DD's very low on HP. It's winnable.
We're just going to play this forward. At the bottom chassis though, there was a prime player. DD and Akayu both very low on health. Impact does nothing. DD Man stood back and did below, but 35 seconds left in the round means for CAG, they really need to start hitting the site. And Shreep has actually doubled back and will take this fight against Gator. So Cully gets the opening kill. They got the pinch on him. They've cleared out main stairs. They can come through beepers. Gatorada's blown himself up. And this is another 5v3 advantage for CAG. Nitrocell is from Printer from Okayu. It doesn't connect. And DD Man will get the plant down for the 4th time in the half as CAG are going to bookend a 5-1 attacking half to kickstart what we saw CAG do on Lair last week against Dplus KIA, where they absolutely...
It could happen here, but it feels highly unlikely. I think that they looked absolutely...
Archives walks past the Griswold mine. 2 more in pocket for Sharif. No, never mind. He's got no more. As Gator rips his head off, he'll get the opening kill.
Actually, as well. But, I mean, at the moment, all signs pointing towards a server drop. Anaton trying to support DD, but he gets caught.
Yeah, timing.
Gets babe in hand. That was some bad timing on his part.
Yeah, I think he was sensing the pressure on the square hatch drop, so he wanted to time it where he'd blow the gas babe and then push up blue stairs and hopefully get in their face and they wouldn't expect it, but they swung early. You can see the cogs turning for DD Man, but it just didn't work out as Jibitsu at least shuts down Solid Snake. Pushing towards bot main stairs. Jibitsu wants to get in his face. Nice. Oh, hits the headshot. Well, don't worry about the shield. Gatorada still has to drop here, and credit to Kali on the patience. Never mind, gives up on it with 7 seconds remaining in the round. Gatorada now has the freedom to drop and shoot him from behind. That is some unfortunate timing. Jibitsu, can he deny the plant? Akayu got off it. Gatorada ends up winning the round. Kali would be kicking him. But it's all about the patience here. Can you find a pick? See if someone from CAG makes a misstep. And there you go. It's Gator. He's been given the time and space towards top square, and it's him again. He's got their nitro cells. Still got long desk control and can deny any kind of push in over the wall. Oh, that's a lovely upside down rappel though from Kawau. And that should be the round. In fact, this is very clinical right now from KINOTROPE and bodes well for this half in a comeback attempt. So far, haven't put a foot wrong. It's flawless. And I just absolutely massive start here in the ninth. And Anaton's dead as well. What is going on?
Man, they seem eager to take a lot of these aggressive fights on the fringe of the map, and well,
health and needs to be a bit of a frontman target. Gas babe thrown out from DD Man, and Kawau immediate drop down from main stairs, easy kill onto Arkali, and it's falling apart. CAG have already called a tactical timeout. Wow, KINOTROPE, that is such a statement round. They make it. So out of the timeout into the
as well on top of the information, and you can see the whole suite of that as he flicks through.
I love this setup though from CAG. Although Sharif is good enough to get 1, he's not going to get a second. But with Anaton's position bottom square, he did not round you. If you're playing it by yourself, you're a little bit more weaker. You're going to have to spend more time with the shield. Oh, Claire with a good angle fight onto Chibisu, who went hunting. Spots another one over towards Stock, and that's Arkali and KINOTROPE are on the verge of tying this map up.
Okay.
No Blackbeard basement on bank and puts a lot of pressure now on Gatorada to probably get this kill. And an overpeak from Arkali. And you have to beg the question of why. Tuck away. 60 seconds left. Sharif, lovely. Just didn't overswing, didn't over... There's only 40 seconds left in a 2v4 for all the good work of KINOTROPE for bringing this game back. It is still going to end up in a map point scenario for CAG. Finally, it's taken them some time. But they secure overtime at minimum. And finally able to get their first defensive round in the half as Eclair cannot win out against Sharif. As he is in a revivable position potentially towards long desk, depending on the angles. Jibitsu trying to fight over towards Stock. Gatorada caught over towards Spiral. Leclerc thought about the play inside of CEO. Jibitsu catches Kawau. They've tried to make a lot of different entries in different positions. They're just feeding 1v1s. But Eclair wins that one. They do get the revive on a DD man, which keeps the advantage with CAG 3v2 in the last 30 seconds. Eclair and Hikayu are split. They're just solo. Sharif watching towards the janitor doorway position. They still remain with 2 nitro cells available too. If Akayu is to make his way in, they don't have any smokes. He's caught towards top square. And this might be map done despite what looked like a great start to the round for KINOTROPE. It comes to a close with CAG taking their map pick. A strange old map of Bank. It was a 5-1 half to CAG. It seemed like it was going to be an easy ride. But like a roller coaster with ups and downs, it still ends with the same result. CAG get the win. News for APAC North as well is that their one slot, I think they're the kind of team that, again, they could either go dead last at the major or takes Mez control, slips down server, maybe sensing that there's a gap here in the defense, and boy, is there ever. Over towards display, he's able to clean out a lot of information, but Chibisu dies to the nitrocell. Akali is dead to Akayu. And DD Man, well, he got his job done in terms of infiltrating from behind. Anaton will go for the play inside of R6. This is certainly not the conventional way that you'll attack into this round more often than not. And Koa is able to shut down Anaton as KINOTROPE will take top floor.
Yeah, they're
kill engagements from the second half of Bank to the start of Lair. Gatorado is pinched. That's a really good play for CAG, though, to catch him.
Drone ready to be deployed.
But Eclair able to shut down Sharif. It's been
They still have quite a bit of utility here. A full belt of flashes.
Oh,
DD does catch out Kawal. That was a big overpeak.
What an angle, though, to be fair. That was a very tight angle for DD to hit that shot. He has connected onto Kawal. And it's taken low on the Blackbeard. Jibisu fighting over towards Labs. Got 2 different fights, though, going on at once. Claire was knocked. He is down at the moment. Akayu cannot go for that res. He's getting aggressed upon it. Leaves it down at Ayagator. The man who starts it all now needs to finish it. As DD goes for the plant. Well, that impact... that's like when you're trying to throw a punch in your dreams. It just didn't go far at all. And Anaton knows he needs to just hold, create an angle, create space for DD Man. Oh my goodness, Gator gets rid of Anaton with ease and creates the 1v1 against DD, who clutched up earlier on Bank in a said 1v1 and does it again.
Wow.
Well, it's the clutch master apparently versus the opening engage king. 80% plant rate as well for CAG in this series on their attacks. So that's something to be concerned about for KINOTROPE. They're just finding it too easy to get the plants down, and that's a big kill. Perfectly timed. Now, DD Man has been doing a tremendous job in being able to grab kit, get it on the ground.
30 seconds.
To see if he catches this at the right time. Doorway is being held, and they've just lost Arkali. Flash, is it effective? Indeed it is. Lands onto Eclair, helps him clear out storage. 15 seconds. Ayagator is still up. He's been a little bit more quiet, and he's on this top floor. Wants to try and find the kit. He's got all of this information, but the most important one is found and secured. It is just down to Ayagator, but he's on the Solus. The best operator in this position to deny the plant, and he should be able to from above. Ayagator clutches for KINOTROPE.
On the objective, but if they knew that Solus was in play, I can only key piece of execute util. Minute 30. DD strikes elsewhere.
Yeah, just need to see Sharif and Anaton probably wake up a little bit and get more involved on Lair. Chibis is doing his best. DD Man's doing his best. Akali's been active, and Sharif goes down again. It's been a rough series for Sharif. DD Man to cover does get the trade onto Ayagator, leaves it in a 3v3 heading into the last minute of this 4th round. And for a top floor site, I mean, this is actually not too bad for CAG.
No, it's definitely doable. They've lost the vert element though with the Deimos, and so it's a lot of horizontal now. Grim Util will be pretty critical on the clear over towards display. Akayu on ping. Push
for
forward.
The rush. Oh, I don't know about that one. I mean, went Bailiff trying to maybe catch off Akayu through the gas babe. Leaves Kawau now in a 1v2 to try and solidify this top floor. As Anaton will get the plant down over towards R6. Chibisu will cover. Kawau just trying to pre-fire check a couple of these corners. He's obviously not quite sure where these two are located. To the left of you, they're in R6. And he gets chunked down massively on his move over towards display. Wants to come around the other side. Anaton's watching.
Because he has lost that opportunity now to escape cleanly.
Yeah,
gets
good timing from
completely.
Anaton.
Yep.
That's just comms. That's just teamwork. That's about understanding. Quite a bit of a roam game employed here for KINOTROPE as well. And it works out for Gator towards medical. Shuts down Chibisu. And Eclair, though, goes down to the bailiff as Anaton has just suddenly woken up. Started 1-3. He's got 4 kills.
Sights here. KINOTROPE find themselves in such an awkward position. This is a really big moment for CAG as they drop.
And they go over the drop. They go straight towards the side. It's Anaton finds yet another kill. This one onto Gator, who's been the most lively for KINOTROPE. He's got 4 he's on for the ace. He just has to find Akayu, who's over towards reception on the first floor. And now that they've located him, Anaton's probably going to get on the sprint and go and try and find him to get this ace secured. They'll be more worried about securing the round win, though, as they get the plant successfully down through DD Man. Anaton now on the first floor is hunting.
He's just patiently lurking and waiting for Akayu to rotate down the hatch.
It's coming. This is the ace. Oh, I mean, honestly, from Akayu, that's a decent job to just shoulder check that properly. Anaton's almost died of the barbed wire and the razor bloom. And honestly, it takes Anaton could have stayed there and tried to go for the ace, but he makes the team play just fall back. Now it's no time left. Now can he get the ace? Akayu probably doesn't want to drop. Gets the kill into DD Man. Yeah, I mean, I like that from Anaton. He doesn't really care about the ace. Gator will just set his Vulcan canisters and desperately search for the first pick of the round to give his team the best chance to win. It's actually though Akayu, and it's on to Sharif.
What?
Oh, that's rough. What? Hang on.
Excuse
What?
me? Chibius is just sending it through here over towards security. Yep, nice work on Gatorado. So that's the part of the roam dealt with. In fact, that's both parts. Eclair falls as well. Akayu, Gator, 2v4. Costly decision for the minute to go in the round. So much utility for CAG. There's just so many entry points that they now need to be aware of.
Well, this one's done, you'd think. Just swings into the double stack there of CAG, leaving Gator in the 1v4 with a death mark floating around. It's a 4-2 half for CAG as they easily as the favorites to head to the major from the APAC North. Have to keep our eyes peeled for things because it's so difficult. Now, Akali has been pushed out from behind that Kiba barrier, courtesy of Akayu with the flame bolt from the Capital, and he has been taken low. But that's it. They haven't really been able to do much else with it. And Gator then falls to Sharif. Akayu does slip in and then immediately gets shot. And again, it's like walking into the hornet's nest. So difficult if you don't open up mask. As Gatorada tried with the super shorty, it's not going to work out. CAG make it 4 rounds in towards lockers. Nice, good position early on here for Basement by himself. Akali's over towards stock. They're going to go rather direct. They catch Akali on the drop. And KINOTROPE, will they all funnel in behind these players and just go direct towards site?
Minute 30, and it's equalized with Kawau falling. Gator has been so patient. It's a half swing from Anaton and punished accordingly. Good advantage now for KINOTROPE. Plant going down, DD Man to fall, and this should be KINOTROPE's.
And 2v3 post plant should be KINOTROPE's 100%. Chibisu and the rest up above just susceptible to that slipping. They found the gap, courtesy of Gator on the Solid Snake, really showing off the power of the radar. Sharif, big kill onto Eclair. Well, is it Sharif time? If he can win this next battle, it might be more of a chance, but it's Gator that closes it out. 10 seconds quickly for Chibisu to either go for the kit. And it's not, he actually doesn't even have the time to really get there and get on it. And Gator already just says, yep, GG. He'll swing. There's no time. And KINOTROPE will take this basement site. 4 in the round for...
Well, they were second floor, but they too have also at least teased the retreat initially. Chibisu is in a position to play for life, though, it would appear. And Cully's in quite a high-risk position
Oh
as well.
my
Despite
God.
that, Shibusi lands the shot up to 13, drops down for a second, and CAG have been able to pounce big time in this round. It's flawless for CAG.
Wow, that was quick. And while what he was necessarily doing wasn't bad,
That flank, though, could be dangerous. If Sharif hits the right timing here, Kowal could find himself in a world of hurt.
1 for 1 at the very least keeps things equal. But that's what you want if you're KINOTROPE. 55 seconds remaining. Declare the patience. And it does pay off. Catches Sharif down below.
And they should be in a good spot.
RED active. If it runs on batteries, I'll see it.
They are leaving themselves low on time, though. Okayu is going to have to get this plant down uncontested. As Eclair lost his battle against Shibusu. Ayagator, Nitrosol from DD-Man shuts him down. And that will be the end of the map and therefore the series, as CAG will book their place in the APAC North Kickoff Grand Final. It drops KINOTROPE to the lower bracket. They will get... So CAG in another Grand Final in APAC North as KINOTROPE tried their best. 7-5, 7-3 the map results. Ayagator certainly did try his best, Gus.
Yeah, honestly, it was really interesting getting the thoughts of that matchup as a whole. It seems like CAG, and I mean Spiky more specifically, kind of walking away from that with mixed feelings. KINOTROPE maybe catching them off in some parts, but then also being pretty predictable and easy to read in others. And so, yeah, ultimately they walk away with the win nonetheless. And yeah, in terms of